Good morning, everyone. Thanks for coming through. So, first of all, in terms of the air conditioning, when load shedding is over, it'll turn back on. So, just so you guys know that.
I think it's on. It's back on.
Oh, is it working?
It is.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yes,
So, there we go. My name is Meir Ezra. I'm Meir's son. So, that's the connection. And basically, I have a business that's called Empower Funding. There's brochures there. We help real estate agents money ahead of time at the most affordable. If you're interested, I can tell you more. But to to understand what it is that he's doing. And so, hi, come on in, welcome. How does he do it? And before long, a business was formed called Guarantees the Results. If you work with him, whatever you do, if you set out to improve your sales or your marketing, if the results aren't achieved, don't pay him, he'll pay you. Because he guarantees that the results will be there, but not just business, also in life, also with family, also with relationships. So today's topic is about what you need to do in 2022, in this last month, in order to have the best 2023 yet, and what you will achieve in that month, you'll carry forth for the year and onwards. Are you with me so far?
Yes.
Okay, so it's going to be amazing. It's going to be very exciting, but different. So buckle in, and the one piece of advice I can give you from all the seminars I've attended is that the people that participate, that actually get involved in the questions, are the ones that get the most results. So that's what I encourage you to do. All right.
Thank you,
very much,
Babale.
Meir.
Love you. Okay, stand up. Come here and form a long line. Like from there, close, but really close. Like really close. Really close, yes. Everyone facing that direction. Everyone facing that. This is 2023. This is 2022. We don't want it. That's the Corona year. Out the door, yes. Out the door, straight, all the way, all the way. There, wait. Close enough, get here. In one line, close enough, close enough. Now what I want you to do is to put your hands on the shoulders of the person in front of you. Okay? Now start massaging. Yes? Yeah, like good massage. Start to go down. Down. Kneel not too low. Okay, and go up. Now turn around and take your revenge. Good. Start to go down. Feel good, excellent. Okay, good. Just get into line there. Start to massage. This is a massage seminar, actually. How are you going to fix your 2023? Learn how to give your wife a massage. Okay, everyone is happy? Go back. Good. How was the massage?
Amazing.
Amazing?
He's going home with me.
You're taking him home? Hi. Nice to see you. Hi. Okay. Let's start. גלי, תשיג לי סוללות. problem, you will never succeed. Is be brave inside what is true. You hear what other people say and you repeat. So the fact that I'm successful and impressive and my son thinks that I'm good means nothing. I'm going to tell you stuff that is very different than what you've heard up to now. And it's up to you to decide, is it true for you? Do we have an agreement?
Yes.
Okay. The next thing is, I want you to, when I say now, I want you to take a deep breath like that, but for as long as you can. And I want you to check for how many seconds you can inhale. Do you understand the drill?
Yeah.
Everyone, yes? So when I say start, I want you to check for how long you can inhale. And there's a purpose for this drill. You'll see that there's some amazing purpose. Are you ready? Start. Okay, how many seconds? Tell me how many seconds. 8 seconds, yes, good.
13.
13. 15. 15. How many? About 10, no problem. Okay, why did I do the drill with you? Why do you think I've done it? Why did I ask you to do it? To check your responses, yes. What else? Why do you think I've done it? Yeah, good. When I'm talking to you, you inhaling information. And regardless how good you are, 15 seconds, 20 seconds, more or less after about a minute, you have to exhale. If you're sitting there and you're getting information, after 15 seconds, 1 minute, 2 minutes, you will choke from too much data. So when I ask you something, if you don't give some kind of a response, like move your head, say yes, say no, do something with your leg, do this, something, just to show me that you are alive, to show yourself that you're alive, to remind yourself that you're alive, then you're going to choke. Are you with me? I've just explained to you that you need to respond. Are you with me? Okay, good. It's either that I'm not explaining well or that you want to. Okay. Next. So participate, ask questions a lot and exhale regularly. If you don't ask questions, if you sit there and you think, oh, if I'll say something, it might be wrong, I don't want to be embarrassed, I can promise you one thing. I will not make you wrong. Whatever you say is cleverer than the person that have no guts to say. And that will do any kind of statue, dead, doesn't move. You know the thinking man statue? Yes? It's a statue. What I'm going to teach you is the exact opposite of what everyone accepts as truth. Alan. No problem, we'll charge you. What I'm going to teach you is the exact opposite of what everyone think is true or accept as truth. Do you agree that most people most of the time fail? Who show me your hand. Do you agree that most people most of the time fail? They didn't achieve what they want. They don't get the results they want. True or false? Yes. Yeah. Even if you are not married, you're going to fail. So most of the people fail most of the time. Why? Because they believe what everyone accepts as truth. You really have to get that. The reason most of the people fail most of the time is because society believes that there is a certain, good morning, I like your hat. Thank you, sir. Wow. Hi. Please come in.
There's 2 chairs here, there's 2 chairs here, there's 2 chairs here.
Guys, you missed the most important part of the seminar. We got massage at the beginning. Yes. Okay. So what I'm going to teach you is the exact opposite of what everyone thinks is truth. And if you think different than everyone else, you're probably right. And even if you are not right, you're at least brave. Minimum, you are brave. And the brave always win. Okay. So what I'm going to teach you is the opposite. You need to decide if what I'm saying is actually truth or is just an opportunity for you to find your own truth. Okay.
I'm struggling to hear. Can we put it on the front line?
Yeah, of course. I'll stick it here.
And I just want to check if it's.
Okay.
Sorry for that.
No problem. Okay. Now we're going to do drills. I will ask you to do things. For example, I will ask you to ask questions or to give me an answer. If you don't move, if you don't apply, you're wasting your time. Don't write. I know you'll want to write stuff. Write it in your mind. Forget about the paper. Because the purpose is to get you into a changed viewpoint, not to get you to become a better parrot, to memorize better. You've been doing it for too many years, you didn't get the expected results. You want a different viewpoint. You want a shift in viewpoint. You want this, I got it. And once you got it, it's yours. It's not what I said. If it is what I said that you are doing, you're just a parrot. Dress nicely, but a parrot. So that's what we are after, okay? So here we go. And by the way, you will see that between slides, I have special transitions. I worked on them very hard the whole night last night. If the transitions are amazing, I need to hear, wow. Okay? Okay, here we go. No recordings. The material you are about to see has been prepared with great care and is protected by copyright. Are you afraid by now or not? It's have to be very serious. Do not copy the slide and or content of the slide screens in any form or medium. Do not copy or transfer the content to anyone. The material can be summed up and written, but I strongly recommend concentrating and understanding so that the material will be written by you, in you, and not just in your notebook. In any case, your notes are for your own use only and may not be published in any form or manner and or transferred to any third party or to other participants. We are all here at your service and wish you great pleasure and accomplishment. Now, just in case when we feel this seminar might be really good and it might be a disaster. Yes. Just in case that it's good, that's in case that it's good. What I want you to do now, it's a drill. I want you to thank the person that invited you to come. Just in case you forget by the end, because it might be a disaster, or it might be so good. So who got you to come here? Find them, send them text. Okay. Okay, good. Here we go. Where's the wow? Look, that's amazing. Competent. Why are you here? I need to hear, not just. Why are you here? Today, to learn. What does it mean to learn? It's a good answer. To get? New idea. What does it mean to learn? What? Inhale information you didn't know before. Yes. What? You discover things you didn't know before. Now I'm going to tell you something that at the beginning you'll say, what did he drink last night? But in a few minutes you'll see that it makes sense. The spirit is this thing that knows. This is a term that's called fake reality. I'm calling it fake reality. Fake reality is a piece of information you are 100% sure that is true, but when you use it, it doesn't bring the expected results. Okay? Now you know everything. The spirit knows everything. Learning is a process of removing fake realities, removing lies. You remove lies and you get you. If you got to learn how to dance, you learn how to dance, and it's very difficult at the beginning. And as you learn how to dance, you remove lies, and eventually you discover, whoa, that's quite easy. If you learn how to speak a new language, throughout the time, it seems to you so complex at the beginning, and as you remove the lie that it's complicated, you at one point you say, I know. So learning actually is a process of removing data, not adding data, because the spirit knows. How do I know? Because when I teach you something, I give you a new data, you look at what you already know and you tell me yes or no. You understand? You look at what you already know and you tell me yes or no, and you just play the game of, oh, I didn't know, thank you. No, you know. So my job is to get you to realize that you actually know. The difference between a successful person and an unsuccessful person, a successful person is full with himself, is cocky, and he is like totally, but he allows everyone else to be at least as full with themselves and at least as cocky. The person that don't know, that fake, is just cocky. He's not allowing to anyone else to be. So what I'm aiming for you is to rediscover yourself, to know how smart you are, how much you know, and how much society tried to convince you that you don't know. All the worlds around, everything around tells you there are barriers. Actually, they are not if you didn't decide that they are. Okay? So, why are you here? Thank you for that, by the way, for that answer that triggered that thing. Why are you here?
To get results.
To get results, yes. To improve. And to help others improve, yes. Why are you here? If you don't have a reason why you're here, you will not get it, because there's a law that I have that I say people find only what they are looking for. You have to first find it in your mind, and then you'll find it in the physical universe. Create barriers? Break barriers. That's very smart. Very smart. Not by mistake you have gray hair. Very smart. All the gray hairs are smart. If you don't have gray hair, why are you here? To grow. Yes. To learn. Yes. Okay.
Success.
To create success. What's the definition of the word success? What does it mean, success? How many of you want to be successful? Okay, good. What does it mean? To achieve your goals? To go beyond? How, if you don't know what is success, it's like me asking you, how many of you want to be chakachuka? You need to know what does it mean. Yes, what does the word success mean? If you want to be successful, it's a good idea to know what it means. Because otherwise you say, I want to be chakachuka.
Would you say that success means different things to different people?
Every single word in this universe have definition. It's in the dictionary. And if you don't have the definition, you cannot communicate. Let's say that I say, I love you, but she thinks that love means I kill you. We need an agreement on what the word means. Yes? So for the moment that you want to communicate something, you need a definition. If you want to live alone in the moon, you don't need definitions. But if you want to live with someone, you need definitions, because that's what allows you to communicate. So, success. So first of all, success is a target only for failures. You want to be successful only for as long as you consider that you're a failure. Because if I know how to play, I don't want to learn how to play. I already know. You with me? If I'm already in love, I don't want to fall in love. I'm in love. If I'm already successful, I don't want to be successful. I may want to create. I may want to help. I want to do other things. Success is actually the sum of all validated improvements. You consider that you're a failure, and you find an improvement, and in one moment you say, I know how to play guitar. Success is the sum of all validated improvement. And why most people are not successful? Because most people think that in order to improve, they need to find what's wrong. In order to improve, you need to find what's right.
What does validated mean?
Validated is saying that something do exist. Validated improvement, saying it does exist. Yes, it is. Okay? So, machines, you fix by finding what's wrong with them. If this don't work, I'll find what's wrong. The battery is not there. Okay, fine, I can fix it. People you fix by finding what's right with them. Get that? Machine you fix by finding what's wrong with them. People you fix by finding what's right with them. And if you know that, success will be inevitable for you, because I didn't say validated improvement of who. It can be validated improvement of you or of me. If I find validated improvement in other people, I will be successful. Did you notice that someone that really admire you, you are willing to kill for them? And those people that make you wrong, you want to kill them?
What would be a way to shift the business perspective? He's seeing you as wrong, and you want to admire them and lift them up.
Yeah, so if someone see you wrong, and you are able to see what's right about them, they will improve.
It's internal.
It's just you, yes. Just you. It's quite different than what everyone think. Everyone think the opposite. They say, well, you know, he doesn't dance well, so I need to show him what's wrong. He teaches me how to dance. And one of the amazing things about him, that I've been with him in many, many, many lessons, I don't think I ever heard him saying, well, that's wrong. No, I'm sure he never said that's wrong. He said, oh, that's amazing, that's nice, and there is another way to do it. And you can do that. Or you'll do some movement and he will see that something is not right. So you will do another movement that you can do, simpler movement. And once you can do the simpler movement, you inevitably be able to do the more complicated one. Find what's right. Okay? Why are you here? Since you know that you are special. Do you know how many people has been invited to this seminar, free seminar? Many, much more than what we have in this room. How many showed? Those people that knows. Because you hear different promotions and you pick up a specific promotion because you know there's something there. You don't necessarily know how to explain, but you know. You know. And the only time you really failed is when you knew and you ignored what you knew. You know, something went wrong and you say, I knew, this guy is a bad news. Why? I knew. Yes, she looks amazing, but I knew she's the devil. I knew. Regardless of what you think about yourself, you are special. And you arrived to this specific seminar because you are special, because you somehow knew that here you will not get what you want, you'll get what you need. I'm not going to tell you what everyone says. I'm going to give you things that will move all the furnitures in your head. And you'll say, what? Learning is deleting data? Yeah. And you'll go home and you will chew over it and you'll chew over it and you'll chew and you say, damn right, of course I know. When I'm born, how did I knew how to grow that body? Of course I know. How did I know? But just special will not cut it in this rough universe. Just special is not enough. Hello? Living in this universe is a constant war. Living in this universe is a constant war. If you're not sure that it's war, I want to remind you of your last week. Living in this universe is a constant war. You never have enough money, unless if you are Jewish. Then you never eat enough. You never love enough. You never know enough. Living in this universe is a constant war. And you really need to realize that you're in a war. You really have to realize. Because if you're in a war and you think that you're in a park, there's a problem. Yes? Now, what win wars? What win wars? Bullets. You're definitely Jewish. Oh, Israeli, not Jewish, Israeli. What win wars? Sorry? Planning, yes. What win wars? Peace, yes. Strategy. What win wars? What do you think, if you look at all the wars that you ever heard about, what actually won the war? What was this thing that won the war? Collaboration, yes. Negotiation, yes. Defense, yes.
Money.
Yes.
Unknown. Surprise.
Surprise, yes. I'll give you a story, and you will see what wins wars, and then I'll give you the actual answer. In Israel, in 1973, Israel was surprised by a few armies from again that attacked Israel, and in the Golan Heights, about 300 tanks of Syrian attacked the Golan Heights. Now, the Golan Heights is like in the north of Israel is some mountains that basically control the whole of Israel. If you're on those mountains, Israel is very tiny. It takes about 6 hours to drive from one side to another side. 6 hours. And this is the length. The width is about 20 minutes. I'm not joking. It makes a lot of noise, but it's tiny. You need a microscope to see it. So the Golan Heights, whoever controlled the Golan Heights controlled the country, yes? And Israel had a very strong defense there, extremely strong defense, 3 tanks against 300. Now, the guy that was leading these 3 tanks, his name was Tzvika, he realized that he has 300 tanks, again, 3 people, 3 tanks. And he was going and thinking, well, you know, the whole future of Israel is on my shoulders. I need to do something. I can either give excuses to why I failed, good excuses, but I will fail, or I can do something about it. So what he did, he took the people in the tanks, and he gave to each one of them a name of a commander. And basically, they played like there is 9 commanders that controlling big force. And he knew that the Syrian listening to the radios, and he explained exactly what they're doing. And in the meanwhile, he set up ambushes and he took out one after one after one. So the war started at about 2 p.m. and at about 7 p.m., the Syrian ran away because they said this force is too strong. There's actual recording in the radio that they say we have to retreat. The force is too big. There are too many. We don't have enough tanks. What win? What win wars? What win your business? The difference between a successful business and this that fail. Spatial individuals, it's the person. This one guy, Tzvika, a special individual that instantly know how to observe, evaluate, and act, bringing the expected result despite any and all odds. They don't look for excuses. They are not sick in this very, very well-known disease that's called excuse sclerosis. They don't look for excuses. They bring results. They're spatial. They know it can be done. If I say it's going to be done. Regardless of the opposition. I arrived to South Africa. I didn't have English. I didn't speak English. I had long hair, earrings, bracelets. They didn't connect them. I was just after the Far East, after traveling in the Far East, and I sold BP a deal for $100 million US. Without English, without studying, without nothing, just special individuals that instantly know to observe, evaluate, and act, bringing the expected result despite any and all odds. The missing part for most people, what do you think? What is it? Observe, evaluate, or act? What is the missing part for most people? Action. What is it? Who thinks it's observe? Who thinks it's evaluate? Who thinks it's act? Okay. There is a law that says that if you have a problem here, if this is a problem, the source of the problem is not your wife. The source of the problem is always before. So if you think that the problem is act, the source is evaluate. If you think that the problem is evaluate, your problem is observation. If you think the problem is observation, then God will help you. If you think the problem is observation, then you're in the right place. Because what does the observation is the spirit. And if you don't handle your mental blocks, the spirit, is not there. Mental blocks is these things that hide the spirit from you, like hide you from you. It prevents you from being you. So what wins wars? Spatial individuals, hello, that instantly, like on the spot, they look, they know how to observe, evaluate, and act. Those type of people are called special forces. In every army, there is special forces, and those people are different. Those people can observe, evaluate, and act. And they always bring the expected results, always. And the interesting thing is that anyone can be like that if you learn, which means remove a fake reality that tells you that you have a barrier, that you have a problem, that you cannot, that you are not good enough. If you think that you have a problem and the problem is not solved, what you think that the problem is not the problem. Again, if I think that the reason I make accidents is because my car is too slow, the problem is not the car. Probably the problem is my observation. If I think that I'm not making money because I'm born to the wrong family and I don't start to make money, the problem is not the wrong family. If I think that I'm always quiet and shy because my mother did that when I was 3 years old, and it doesn't solve the problem, that is not the source of the problem. You are using a lie. How do you know that you're using a lie? The problem grows. Are you with me? The problem grows. Everyone can be a special force. Now, what is special force? What does it mean to be a special force? What does it mean to be this unique special force? Sorry? One of a kind, yes. And you are one of a kind. Every person is one of a kind only for as long as they allow everyone else to be special, one of a kind. The problem is that most people say, well, you know, I'm smart, which means everyone else is stupid. When you can say, I'm smart, which means everyone else is at least as smart as me, now you're smart. Because otherwise, you're not smart. What you do is you just try to prove that you are right. Smart and right is not the same word. It's rhyme, but it's not the same. Yes? So, what is special force? How will you define special forces? When you see, like in the army, you've got these special forces, this commando, this what is it?
Special forces, they have bloody hand, they kill lots of people, they keep the country safe.
Yes.
Rely on these people.
Yeah, you love them.
They're highly trained.
They're highly trained, highly skilled. Yes.
No excuses.
Yeah. What is special forces? Like you hear about those.
Ability,
They have special abilities. Yeah, Delta Force. You know, Rambo.
The helicopters.
Helicopters. They have the helicopters. They always come with a helicopter. It's not a special force if you are not on a helicopter. Only for as long as you are on the helicopter. Once they're on the ground, they're not special forces. They're just soldiers. Okay. Special force is first and foremost a viewpoint. It's a viewpoint. You need to decide, I am special. Now, because most of the people, most of the time, think that they need to find what's wrong with themselves and with other people, they fail to validate what is right. So they cannot become special. All day long, your mother and father told you, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong, don't do that, be careful, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. And the more wrong they tell you, the more they robbed you from your self-confidence. They thought that they help you because they thought that you are a machine. Machine, you tell them, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong, we'll fix you. People, you should tell them, this is right, this is right, this is right. You are perfect. You see the difference? You want to become special forces. You need to understand it's a viewpoint. It's a viewpoint. And the viewpoint is, I'm competent. I'm competent. That's the viewpoint. What is the definition of the word competent? What is competent? Yeah. Able to do something, yes. What does it mean? I'm competent. What does it mean? I'm competent. Qualified, yes. Have the ability to bring the expected results. Yes. Like after this line, this up to line, people talk. This chords, like your vocal cord here are disconnected. Maybe we should move people so. Because it seems like that when you go over here, the vocal cord disconnected. So you're allowed to talk? Do you want me to connect?
Point him out.
There is an HDMI connection here. Oh, he has USB, I think. Okay. What is the definition of the word competent? I'm willing and able to expend the needed effort and get the expected results despite any opposition, even after I did not get the expected results. If someone realizes that he's competent, he will be willing and able to expend the needed effort, to put the effort, and get the expected result, despite any opposition. Oh, 300 thanks? That's for breakfast. What do you have for lunch? Even after I did not get the expected results. Even if it didn't work, even if I got hit. So I got hit. So I die. I'll get a new body. I heard they're giving them for free. You know they don't charge for a new body. Your parents don't charge you for giving you a body, yes? So what can happen? Okay, so I die. Everyone die. But at least I've done it in style. I'm competent. I'm not useless. This is the different viewpoint. If you don't start to move your viewpoint towards what's the worst that can happen? I'll die. So what? Everyone die. And I'll tell you a story, I'll tell you a secret. You, the spirit, don't die. Just your body that die. If you have someone that die in your family or someone that you love that die, you know the body is gone, but you still love them. Who do you love? You don't love the body. You love who they are, the spirit, the soul. Because the spirit, you, don't die. Your body die. When I say my body, I have a body, like I have a car, like I have, I don't know, problems. Same thing. From the viewpoint of a member of a special force unit, if a ball is sent from point A to point B, so let's say there is point A and this is point B, and I send a ball to that direction, okay? So from a viewpoint of a special forces person, if a ball is sent from point A to point B, and force C is pushing the ball away from point A, and all of a sudden there is something that push it away, a special forces member will get it back on track no matter what. So the ball start to go this way, the special forces guy will put it back on track. And another force will come here and take it that way, and he will push it back on track. While a usual humanoid, the word humanoid means resembling a human, it's not really a human, because humans are all special forces, will justify why it is going towards C and not B. So you say, I have a target today to sell $2,000, and this side force is called the customer mind, and he said, no, don't have money. A humanoid will say, well, you know, I've tried, he's stupid, he doesn't understand, the price is too expensive, the leads are bad, the product is not as good. That's all excuse sclerosis. Special force will say, he's buying it because I'm going to make him buy it. I'm not looking for an excuse. I'm looking for a result. Different purpose. Special forces look for purpose, for result. Humanoids look for excuses. So you can specialize in one of two things. Either results or excuses. There's no gray areas. Most people look for explanation, excuses. Special force look for results. You can punch them and they come up. You can punch them and they come up. You take Rambo. They shoot him and shoot him and shoot him and shoot him and do whatever, and he stand up. Special force. You look at any successful businessman, you'll see they went through years of hell until they brought in 2 seconds a success. From your viewpoint, it's 2 seconds. What actually happened is years of hell of you've been punched down and you go up. I don't care. As far as I'm concerned, I was not punched down ever in my life. Why? Because for me, I was just looking at the result. Never mind what happened. For me, I never been punched because I was after the results. So I didn't count the punch. Most of the people, what they do, they say, okay, I want to get to B. Now, this is me, and I want to get to B. But I'm not going after the result. I'm looking for excuses. So what they have, they develop a mind. A mind is a depository of excuses. Your mind, your past is the sum of all the excuses you ever made. When a person is stuck in the past, what he's looking at is the excuses of why he did not succeed. Because when you succeed, you don't look at the past, you look at the result. It's here. You see the difference? Most of the people say, well, you know, you need experience. No, if we look at experience, we will never fly. Because experience say you cannot fly. Why did we start to fly? Because someone said, the hell with the experience, let's try to fly. Are you with me? The past is the sum of all your limitations. The more you rely on your past, the worse you get. What's the definition of the word insanity? Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results is the definition of tenacity. Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results is tenacity. You've got a child and you tell them, go to the shower, go to the shower, go to the shower, go to the shower. That's tenacity. 2 hours later, they go to the shower. 20 minutes later, go out of the shower, go out. Tenacity. Insanity is actually when your attention is stuck in the past. You don't act because of what's happening right now. You act because of what's happened before. I'll give you an example. But I need your full attention. Yeah, wow. Okay, I need your full attention. I need your full attention, like just for a minute. Okay, I need your full attention. You will see something amazing. Are you ready? Are you with me? Are you with me? Yes. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Okay, ready? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, again, be with me. Be with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now what's going on in your mind is like, oh yeah. Why? Not because of what I'm doing now, I'm just counting. But your attention is on the past and you become cuckoo. You're afraid of counting. It's cuckoo. Insanity is attention stuck in the past. You are as useless as you rely on your past. Every time a problem did not solve for you is because you looked at the past. The past tell you what's impossible. It's impossible to win 300 tanks with 3. You specialize in excuses. But if you look at now and you say, well, this is the expected result, anything is possible. Impossible is I am possible, yes? Anything is possible if you are not stuck in the past. The only reason people, or the rate of improvement of mankind is how much they not rely on the past. Are you with me? Quite amazing. Okay, 10 minutes break. Thank you. It's not hard to be successful. It's extremely difficult to get rid of the idea that it's hard to be successful. What did you get from this morning? Give me some realization. Wow, the other side. Hold on. Woo! The other side. Yes. Yes. Yeah, we rotate the line. Now you cannot talk. Very smart. Very smart. You should not focus on the past if you want to go forward. The past is the sum of all your limitations. Guys, this is the area that's important. Guys, you are not important.
I would say to just confirm of how my mindset is,
Yes.
how I see things.
Yes.
Because you can never say that you can't do something.
That's
unless
true.
you have tried it.
That's correct.
You can never say it's not going to work.
Yes.
If you haven't tried it.
Very, very
And
nice.
I agree with you. Hanging on the past is going to go to the future.
Yes. It's correct.
And yeah, you says it's not to say we can't be successful and we can't be. It's we are afraid to take the chance.
Exactly. Exactly. Amazing. Well done. Very well done. Very well done. The other side is actually very smart.
So you also said it's either you choose excuses or you choose
Yes,
results.
yeah, it's your choice. Like either you choose excuses or result. Very smart. Yes. I'm telling you, this side is impressive. Yes. Trojan horses. They were sitting there quietly, observing. Yes, yes, observing. Yes. Okay, are you ready for more? Okay, let's go. But I need participation. Like, if you participate, I'll tell you jokes. If you participate a lot, I'll give you dirty jokes. Now I know you'll participate. A lot, yes. And that is competence. Continuing on a given course, regardless of any and all opposition. You continue. Something push you to C, you continue to B. Something push you to D, you continue to B. Whatever happened, never mind what's the opposition, you continue. And it seems like you failed today. It's fine. You continue. You never stop. Why don't we see more competent men around? Why don't we have more of tzvikas around? Why don't we have more of this 3 to 300? Why don't we have more of those guys around? Okay, okay, so I have to give you, I love the way you think. I love the way you think. I have to give you a joke. So there was this class, and the teacher asked in the class, and she said, you know, there are 3 birds on a line, and a hunter came and he shot one. How many left? So Johnny picked up the hand, and he's like, you know, he's dirty mind, Johnny. And the teacher says, Johnny, what do you think? So Johnny says, none. So the teacher said, no. 1 got hit, 2 left. So Johnny said, no, teacher. 1 got hit, the other 2 heard the noise, and they ran away, so none. So the teacher said, you know what? It's not what I meant, but I like the way you think. Now the lesson continued, and Johnny said, teacher, can I ask you a question? And the teacher said, of course, that's why I'm here. So Johnny said, teacher, there are 3 ladies. 1 is licking an ice cream, 1 is sucking an ice cream, and 1 is biting an ice cream. Which one is married? So the teacher gets very red, you know, embarrassed, and she said, the one that's sucking the ice cream. So Johnny said, no, the one with the ring, but I like the way you think. I like the way you think. So why don't we see more competent men around? Why people are not? Because people are extremely powerful. People are really powerful. And the spirit is this thing that knows. You have been made in the as part of God. Like you are the creation of God, not some devil, but really God. Why are you not demonstrating these abilities?
Because of the perceptions of the world that keep forcing down on you and the way you think because of it.
Very true, very true. Why each one of you, I don't know each one of you personally, but I can tell you for sure that each one of you knows that your abilities do not match your results. You have much more abilities, much more potential than your results. Why? Fear. Okay, true. Lack of discipline, that's very smart, yes, very smart. Doubt, yes. Why? Lack of confidence, also true, yes. Lack of awareness, nice, nice, very nice. This is all very true, very, very accurate. I told you you are smart. No, seriously, you are. You are. Most of the people, when I get to ask them this question, don't even answer. If you answer, regardless of what your answer is, it means that you know something, that you know. And know needs no confirmation. No needs no confirmation. When you know your name, you don't need the confirmation. Someone needs to tell you, yes, your name is Johnny. No, you know your name is Johnny. You don't care what anyone else say. And when you know, you can bring about something out of nothing. And when you stop bringing something out of nothing is when you look for confirmation. When we look for someone else other than you to tell you, yes, okay, it's true. When you know, well, let's give them back. Way! Who do they think they are? They're trying. Okay, now look at that. Do you know how long it took me to do each one of these lines? Look, I had to click and double click. You know, people tell me I work very hard. I said, really? What do? You're picking up stones? Most people sit in an office and they click, and when they work hard, they right click. And when they work very hard, it's double click. I mean, they sit in an office, click, double click, and say, oh, I work very hard. That's not working hard. The word hard means enthusiastically. Yeah, if you open the dictionary, you'll see that the work hard means to work enthusiastically, to work with commitment, with vigor. Yes. It is not to say, oh,
Click and double click.
you can do it enthusiastically. Yeah. So to work hard, most people have a total misunderstanding. They think it is to sweat. No, to work hard means to work enthusiastically towards the target. A competent person, in the effort to achieve the target, fight the opposition to the target and make noise, a lot of noise. Sorry? That's correct. The more noisy you are, the more competent you are. בעל יכולת. The more competent you are, the more noise you make. People that bring result need to break in order to build. People that bring result handle things that are not okay. People that sit down and do nothing and are nice are dead. Do you know where the nicest people are? In the cemetery. They never argue. They never give their opinion. But they never build anything. People that are competent make noise. But society, when they see these enthusiastic people that work hard, that work enthusiastically, think, oh, this guy is weird. He's enthusiastic. He's smiling too much. He makes too much noise. Now, parents do that to their children all the time. Hey, you make too much noise. Shut up. Daddy's home. True or false? He is not one of the good, quiet guys. He is effective. Those guys that are ineffective, the guys in the cemetery, society love. They bring them flowers. It's weird. On the other hand, humanoids are quiet as they never bring any results. Humanoids are quiet, so they don't give any result. They have no position to fight. They simply obey any opposition force and drift through what they laughingly call life. They sit down, and if someone say, move there, they move there. And if someone say, put a mask, they put a mask. And if someone say, do that, they do that. And they just obey. Wars do not won by people that obey. When the shit hit the fan, you look for those people that don't obey. You don't look for the quiet, nice person that did nothing all his life. When you have a problem, you don't go for this friend that is always quiet. You go to the friend that is always effective, that is willing to take the step, that is willing to tell you, look, this is nonsense. Have a look. Stop justifying. Stop with your excuses. The useless guy will tell you, oh, you poor soul. Let me make you an effect. You are victim, victim, victim. Let's make you a bigger victim. A powerful guy will tell you, okay, I understand. Now what can you do about it? That's a real friend. Okay, I understand. Now what can you do about it? Stop crying. What can you do about it? You see the difference? Someone come and say, I work so hard. I will tell him, what, are you useless? You go and someone tell you, I spoke to a guy and he told me, you know, I work so hard. I make 15,000 rand per month. So I look at him and I say, why, don't you work? That's the viewpoint. I eat life for breakfast. Lunch, I'm on intermittent fasting. A useless society admires the quiet, the useless, the one who obey, while a powerful society admires the competent. And even in a useless society, when push comes to shove, they call the competent. They call the special forces. From the viewpoint of the special forces, the environment cannot pose any real danger to them as they are competent. Most people tell you that they're afraid. What does it mean, fear? What does it mean to be afraid? What? Do not know, yes. Scared about something. Don't accept your reality, yes. Imagine something which is not real. That's very, very, very good. The smartness move forward now. It's contagious.
To imagine a barrier.
To imagine a barrier.
You look at the way fear is false evidence appearing real.
False evidence appearing real. How an evidence can be false? Interesting. By definition, evidence is something that has been proven to be right. It sounds good, those things. Doing the same thing over and over and expecting different, it sounds good. But if you actually look, it's amazing, no? Evidence, by definition, if this is an evidence, this is the gun, it's an evidence, it cannot be false. Otherwise, it's not evidence. Evidence is something that is a fact. It's proven to be correct.
That's what the fear is.
Fear is only an unwillingness to communicate. Someone do, and you, unwillingness to communicate with these things, so you're afraid. It's an effort not to communicate, that's all. Anything you communicate with, you cannot be afraid of. Science is this thing that helped people to communicate. Before science, there was a superstition. And science came along and said, no, we can communicate with anything. And communication brings about understanding. And the moment that you understand, you are not afraid. You're afraid of dancing because you didn't communicate with dancing. You were afraid of riding a bicycle until you communicated with the bicycle. Communicate. Now bicycle is nothing. Only one exception. You're afraid of your wife? That's never changed.
You said evidence is something to be proven.
Has been proven.
Has been proven, correct.
Yeah.
So what if there's no evidence, but there is a word of mouth of say?
Then it's a lie. Then it's a lie. Yes. Or yes, because evidence is something that can be measured, sensed. It exists. It's something that the majority agree that exists. A fact is the current majority agreement. So evidence is, I found the gun in the murder scene. I find the DNA. It's not an opinion. It's an evidence. The moment that someone tamper with the evidence, that's not evidence anymore. Does it make sense? Fear is just an unwillingness to communicate. A special force, a competent person is willing to communicate with anything. You are afraid only of those things that you are not willing to communicate with. Did it ever happen to you? You had a customer and you didn't feel comfortable calling him, and you delayed and you delayed and you delayed and you delayed, and eventually you had to call him or you had to meet him, and it wasn't so bad, actually liked you? You had a lot of work and you procrastinated, and one day you decided, okay, I'm sitting to handle this inbox, and it wasn't so bad. Because fear is just an unwillingness to communicate. Which means anything you're afraid of do not exist. Because if you don't communicate with something, it doesn't exist. You don't know what you're afraid of. If I'm afraid of the chair there, but I actually did not communicate with it, is there a chair there? No. Because what do you have? You don't have a cell phone. You have your communication with the cell phone. Let's say I own the cell phone, but I lost it. So I don't have it anymore because I don't have communication with it. You don't have a child. You have communication with the child. And for as long as I'm willing to communicate with him, even if something happened to him, I can still communicate to him because what I lost is the body, not the spirit. You're afraid only of those things you are not willing to communicate with. And once you're willing to communicate with something, you own it. You're afraid of money, so you don't have enough money. You're afraid of debt. What you will get is a lot of it because you're not willing to communicate with it, so it's happening without your control. Did you notice that if you look at your credit card bill, you'll start to control it?
How do you figure out what you fearful of?
So anything you don't bring result in, you have places that you are not willing to communicate, which mean you're afraid of. If you are afraid, if you play guitar or if you sing, there's the high notes when you sing that you're afraid of, so you don't communicate with your singing chords, and it so become difficult to sing. But once you learn how to do it, you're not afraid of it, and you can play it. Sometimes these difficult chords, you're afraid of them, and so you're not in communication with your fingers and the guitar. But once you communicate enough time, you're willing to communicate, all of a sudden become, yes, I can do that. So when you don't bring results, you're afraid of the area because you are not willing to communicate. If you want to improve in any things in your life, communicate. תודה. Communication is the thing. But despite the fact that all of you will agree that communication remove fear, if I'll ask you right now what communication actually is, you'll have a problem to define it. What is communication?
Addressing it.
What?
Addressing it.
So if I address this building, hello, did I communicate? Okay, so I address it as what? I write it. So what does it mean to address it? I put my attention on it. What is to address? So I put my attention on the lady in the home there. Am I communication? Okay, I'm putting attention. I'm not telling you on who. Tell me on who I'm putting my attention on. Am I in communication with that person? No. So it's not that. It's something more. Two channels. So this is the way communication can flow. You are right, but it's not communication. Fuel can flow this way, and fuel can flow this way. Okay. So let's say that I transfer information. I'm going to transfer to you an information. אני מאוד אוהב אותך היום וגם אתמול וגם שלשום. I transfer information. Is there communication? No. So it's comprehensible. Have you been married? So when you talk to your husband, you talk to him in a way that is comprehensible, but he is in the nothing box. You say things that are totally comprehensible, just not to him.
I don't want to make him understand.
Yeah, Can I send my wife? So what is communication? How will you define communication? Because what you're saying right now is component parts of communication. Like I ask you, what is a car? And you say it has wheels. It also has an engine. It has a steering wheel. It also takes you from one place to another, but it's still not a definition. Understanding might be a synonym, not a definition, but it's not. There's not two words that are the same in the whole English dictionary or Hebrew dictionary or any dictionary. Actually, there's not two things in the universe that are the same, because two things cannot occupy the same space. So they cannot be the same. They will be in different temperature, a little bit different size, a little bit different speed. So nothing in this universe can be exactly identical. Nothing.
We ask you a question.
For small charge.
What is communication?
He is too smart, this guy. Move him to the other side. Too smart. Exchange of information by speaking, that will be the dictionary definition. Unfortunately, it's not exactly correct, because if I exchange information by speaking, how many of you spoke to someone and the other guy didn't get it? Like there was no communication. The more you talk to him, the more you wanted to kill him. Happen? So you are married.
Communication is, for example, you spoke about the car, is getting into a car, planning the car to drive, making it drive, and having a car to stop and make it.
That's very good. So what does it mean? That's an example of how you communicate. That's a good example of communication. Excellent example. Okay, so I'm willing to engage with her to dance, but I lead her, but she doesn't get it. Am I in communication? Or do we have a break in communication? Argument on the dance floor. I'm willing. I'm totally willing. She's not duplicating.
On the chat, on the live stream here, somebody's saying it's the interaction between two or more people.
Okay, so let me interact.
That was a communication, not a slap. Would that be a communication?
It would be a communication, an example, not a definition.
Okay.
But you have to have mutual understanding.
The result might be mutual understanding.
But you can't just come and communicate with someone and you don't speak the same language.
That's correct. But what does it mean, communicate? I know you are right. It might bring understanding. But what is it?
Communicating is letting people know what's in your mind.
So I let people know. I'm telling you what. Did it ever happen to you that someone told you what on their mind, and you said, "This guy is cuckoo." So he did. So you didn't understand what's on his mind, because for him it was A, and it was very logical, and for you it is, why did I marry to her?
Maybe what you focus on.
What I focus on. Okay, let's check. Let's check.
Sending them.
1 second. 1 second. I'm going to focus. Is the communication? There must be an action, yes. There must be a response, yes. There must be acknowledgement. So you're taking a lot of components. Interacting information transfer. So I send you, you send me, I send you, you send me. Is the communication? No, we exchange communication. I punch her, she punch me. I punch her, she punch me. Did we understand each other?
Sending and receiving information.
I send information. Two computers send and receive information, but there's total bug. But it's an example. It might be an example, not a definition. Example of information. Okay, communication. Actually, that I will explain in the next lesson. Communication. Communication is composed of cause, distance, effect, with intention on the transmission side and attention on the receiving side, bringing about duplication. Communication is a one-way flow. It is not I talk to you, you talk to me. Communication is one-way flow. Then when you talk to me, it's another communication. There's not two people talking together. When two people talking together, there's no communication. There's fighting. So duplication is to take something. If I say, I love you, and you're my wife, and you think, oh, you like cyanide, it's not a duplication. Duplication is when I say, I love you, you have the full conceptual understanding of what I say. So duplication is the result of, is the manifestation of love is defined as the urge to share the same space. When you love your child, you cannot have enough of them. You want to eat them. It's not enough. You want to eat them. When they grow, you're sorry you didn't. But that's a different story. Love is the urge to share the same space for no reason at all. If there is a reason, it's a business deal. When you love your child, he's in your stomach, you don't know him, nothing, you already love them. They came out for a second, tears of joy like never before, because you want them for no reason at all. You just want to hold them, and the more you kiss them, the more you hold them, it's not enough. There's a body that interferes with us because I want to be with him, and this body is on the way. Love is the urge to share the same space for no reason at all. And the result of love is duplication. If I love him, I know him. A mother knows her child. Something happened to him, she knows before. He thinks something, he is in pain, she is in pain. He is in love, she is in love. With him, not with the wife. You know, this guy come to his mom and say, I'm going to show you pictures of 5 ladies. Who do you think I chose? So the mother said, obviously, this one in the middle. So the child said, how did you know? She said, I don't like her. Do you know what you get as a punishment for bigamy? Bigamy, for marrying more than one woman. 2 mother-in-laws. So duplication is the manifestation of love. This universe is a universe of barriers. There's a lot of barriers, wall, distance, a lot of barriers. And love removes barriers. Bring duplication, it removes barriers. That's why this universe specializes in love. That's why people love to love. People are most in love in loving. Your biggest love is love. You love to love. Because love removes barriers. And if you have a barrier, it's only because you didn't love enough. And the gradient scale to love is communication. It is not that you meet your wife and you fall in love. It's not that someone puts something and you just fall in love. Yes. Or you fall out of love. It is you meet your wife, you communicate, and now you are in love, and then you get married. And what happens when you get married? You hide and hide and hide and hide and hide, which means don't communicate, don't communicate, don't communicate, don't communicate. So you fall out of love. If you loved before and you now don't love, it's because you hide. You hide stuff. I was married to her and she was in love with me. Day one, she would be willing to do anything for me. 10 years later, she is not. I don't love him anymore. Why? She will tell you everything you've done wrong. You know what does it mean? This God will help me to explain how you are to blame at what all the wrong things I've done. 3 fingers towards me. God will help me to explain how you are to blame at what I've done. So when you have a guy or a lady that say, she's wrong, she's wrong, she's wrong, she's wrong, she's wrong, basically what he says, look, listen, I'm so wrong, but I don't have the guts to say what I've done. So I make you wrong. Why? This is me and this is her. We started in love, sharing the same space. Now she's done something wrong. She's done something wrong. She's done something wrong, which means that she's wrong. She doesn't want to be wrong. So what is she doing? She will now become a radar for all the things I do wrong. The way that I talk, the way that I breathe, the way that I eat is making too much noise. The way that I sleep is not exactly straight. It's in an angle. And the way that, and she will become so good in finding what's wrong with me, and by that making herself right. So now she has an excuse why she can live. Of course I can live because he's so bad. Look, I have a proof. What happened is only one thing. He or she, the one that live, hide, committed big sins, and doesn't have the guts to communicate them, so he's afraid of the relationship and he depart. As I told you, the opposite of what it seems. Because if you're a friend and he come to you and he tell me, you know, my wife did that to me and did that to me, did that to me. And I ask her and she say, what about him? And she say, no, I love him. And he said, but she did that to me, did that to me. What, if I'm smart, I'll come to him and say, hey, bitch, what are you hiding from her? Not, oh, right, she's so bad. No. What are you doing? The only reason you have complained against someone else is because you've done something against that someone else. Why people don't like you? Because they did something against you. Why don't you like people? Because you've done something against them. Communication is the ability to assume a position of cause, send the duplication over a distance, create the expected effect by causing duplication. And to do that, you need to put attention and you need to have intention. And the end result of communication is love. The physical manifestation is duplication. Communication have 29 components. If you don't know all of them, you will never communicate. And this is something that you need to learn and train. Each one of those components, you have to learn them, you have to drill them. Otherwise, you will always be an effect. And there is a way to learn them, there is a way to train them. And if you want, talk to Gal, and we can organize a way to drill those things, to learn those things. Communication. As I told you, everything we will learn is different. Everything. Why? Because what you already know or not know, what you already believe, what you already received from society is false. If it was true, you would be successful. You would use your full potential. Hallelujah. Okay, let me try again. Look at that. Look. Isn't it amazing? Seriously, look, this is so wow. And yeah, exactly. Look. Is it an airplane? Is it? Yeah. So we have a scale of competency. I wrote it, I don't know what it is. The competent, those that bring result regardless of the opposition. You've got at the top the competent. Then just below that, you've got the justifiers. Those that explain how other people and things have been wrong, but don't make it right. So they explain, he's wrong, but I cannot make it right. I can only live. He is wrong. The justifier. So these guys are radar for results. Those guys are radar for excuses. They specialize. They're becoming so clever in finding the correct excuse that when you listen, you feel, wow, that's so good. Such good excuses. I can believe them. But you need to know that if you believe, it's bad. Because believe means that a second ago you didn't. I don't believe God. I don't believe in God. I know there is God. Big difference. Those people that believe in God is they're believing in God as long as he behaves. And if he doesn't behave, we say, no, God is not good. How can he do that? But if you know this God, regardless of what happened, you know this God. This is something that's not going to change. Believing is for the weak. Knowing is for the competent. Below that, you've got the unconscious. When the justifications stop working, when the excuses stop working, what you go is into unconsciousness. Those who are untouched by things falling apart. So they see things falling apart around them. The business go out of, they're going into business, and the unconscious, they don't know they lose money until one day, surprisingly, after 2 years, the sheriff comes from the execution, from the bankruptcy court. But I don't know what happened. They're in a relationship, and one day she leaves. And I don't know what happened. Unconscious. The unconscious. Then there's below that the evil. Those that destroy, they actually destroy. It's not that they justify, it's not that they do nothing. They actually actively destroy and prevent improvements. They cannot have improvement. You come to them and say, let's build, and they say, no, I don't want to build. Why should we build? It's better to destroy. Those will object to anything that is right instinctively. You come to them and you say, we should start promoting. And the guy would say, no, it's expensive. No, we have to promote because expensive is not to promote. We have to educate our children. No, it's difficult. What do you mean it's difficult? It will be extremely difficult for you if you don't educate the children, because these children will kill you. And this is, every person is somewhere here. On different subjects, you're in different places. So on the subject of business, you may be here, and in the subject of love, you may be here, and in the subject of this, you may be here. But only few people are here on any subject. Now, how do you go up? You need to recognize where you are and learn what are the lies that you are relying on, which means you need to find the truth about this area. What does it mean to be unconscious? Once you find the truth, boom, you'll go up above. A commando is usually a small unit of highly trained soldiers trained to perfection in the basics of war, as well as the use of spatial and usually secret varieties of technologies to attack very dangerous or hard to attack enemy assets. And they are in a superior and unbreakable mental state. What makes a commando is unbreakable mental state. What does it mean to be in unbreakable mental state? I know. You see, your enemies will always tell you, you don't know. Your friends will tell you, of course you know. I trust you. Yes, I'm with you. Your enemies will try to find what's wrong with you. Your friends will accentuate, make bigger what's right with you. Your friends, your enemies will find fault with you. Your friends will do exactly the opposite. A friend is actually defined as a person that knows that you are perfect, and anything that is not perfect is not you. A friend is someone that knows that you are perfect, and anything that is not perfect is not you. It's your past. It's something else. It's not you. You, the spirit, perfect. Only then you are a friend. A friend do not see faults. If a person sees faults in you, he is not your friend. He is your enemy. Enemy is looking for what fault with you in order to attack you. Where do they attack? On your weaknesses. It's a very different viewpoint. You need to attack, promote, and supply in very dangerous or hard to attack enemy assets. Corona, lockdown, anti-social distancing. I don't know how they call it social distancing. It's actually anti-social distancing. Anti-social distancing, losses, suppression, insanity, government. All these things is very, very difficult. This is what you're actually facing every day. Cuckoo-ness. People are stuck in the past. They really operate on the past. What does it mean to be sane? To be sane means to be in present time. What does it mean, present time? How will you define the word present time? Right now. But when you say now, it's already later. It's already the past. So today, the moment. By the time you say that, it's already the past. Exactly. The span of time that you can control. That's your present time. Some people can control a second. Most people can control only the past. Their past is their present time. You drive, you don't see 90% of what's around you, is because you're stuck in the past. Your present time is the past. You drive, you don't actually see the road, because if I'll ask you, what did you describe to me? What did you see? You cannot. 90% of the, 99.9% of the attention of most people is on the past. Don't turn around. What is on the back of the room? All of you went in, yes? What's in the back of the room? What can you see from the back of the room?
Other side of the building.
Have a look. Have a look at the back. Buildings, boats, yachts. It's very evident. But you go in, and 90% of your attention is in the past. 0.1% is I need a chair. 99% of your attention is not here. So if you are not here, you are not cause. You cannot communicate. For as long as your attention is in the past, you cannot assume a position of cause, because cause is a position. You need to talk from somewhere. And if you are in the past, you cannot communicate. And you will see that the more a person is in the past, the worse is communication. Did you see someone that really upset about the past? How was his communication? So the more you are in the past, the less you can communicate. You go to dance, and if you're worried about what will happen, you're worried about what happened in the past. Because in the past, I didn't manage to do that. So you worry, so you cannot dance. But if you know, if you're in present time, I can control this whole thing. Just another body. You can dance. If you go to talk in front of people and you get this stage fright that I hear people have, never experienced it. I got other people to be afraid of me. I never got. So you've got this stage fright. What it is, you stand on the stage, but you're worried about the past. You say that you're afraid of those people, but you don't see them. Everything is black. You start to sweat like a pig, even if you're a Jew. You know, by the way, that there is now something that's called kosher pork. You know what is kosher pork? Kosher bacon? Huh? No, it's bacon on sale. Only Jewish people allowed to tell such jokes. Otherwise, you are anti-Semitic. Be careful, I'm watching. Special forces need to operate in dangerous or hard to operate enemy areas. If all was simple and easy, you would not be here today. Things are really, really hard. That's why you are here. You know you have amazing potential, and results do not match. But you are, since you know things are bad, it is hard and dangerous to operate in this environment unless you become competent. You have to become competent. You have to learn how do you actually bring about results. And the good news is, there is a way. You need to learn it. And if you learn it, nothing can stop you, not even you. But just how bad are things? According to Yelp data, about 60% of businesses that closed due to COVID went out of business. And 85% of the rest are still struggling. 85% of businesses are still struggling. And it wasn't that before COVID, everyone was making money. 1 second, 1 second. I lost this thing. Hold on. That's amazing, no? That's the best. Wow. I love it. That's why it takes me so long to make a presentation, because I get so excited about those things and I go forward and backward, forward and backward. It takes me 5 minutes to write them, but to watch them, whoa. To survive in this time is a mission for special forces, for the competent. Normal or usual actions will not bring result in abnormal or unusual times. And we are in abnormal and unusual times. Most countries are bankrupt, even if you don't know it. They printed so much money during COVID that the inflation is high, and you've got war in Ukraine, which is just war about money. It's only money. You think it is about land, and it's about money. And the things are going to be much worse. And you need to be ready if you want to survive. What needed is highly trained soldiers. You need to be trained. You need to learn how to succeed in life. You need to remove your mental blocks. You have to. You need to learn how to do that. You need trained to perfection in the basic of war, as well as the use of special and usually secret varieties of technology to attack very dangerous or hard to attack enemy assets. You need to learn those things. There's an actual way to learn it, how to do it in life, how to do it in business. What is needed? You need a superior and unbreakable mental state. You have to have superior and unbreakable mental state. You need to look at danger in the face, and the danger need to shiver, like to, oh, I'm afraid of you. That's the viewpoint. 300 tanks, nothing. This means that those who in normal or usual times do well will not do well when the environment is dangerous or hard to attack. Most people will be in bad condition. Some people here are my students, and they're learning from me. And one thing that is happening to all my students, they improve. They don't know why, but all of a sudden, business is happening. The level of happiness, the level of activities, the body improve. Things improve if you have data, true data, if you remove lies. You need people who are trained to perfection in the basics of war. You need people who are trained in perfection in the use of spatial and usually secret varieties of technology. You need people that can attack very dangerous or hard to attack enemy assets. And most importantly, are in superior and unbreakable mental state. This is really what's needed. What is the condition of what is considered a normal person today? What today is normal? What people think as normal? What people consider as normal? What do you think? You know, if you give me answers, I'll give you jokes, yes?
Joking too woke.
What?
Woke.
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 No, woke. Like woke is basically people who are very in tune with what they think is a progressive way of thinking,
Okay.
but it's usually not. Is that how you
Yeah.
explain it?
Yeah.
How are you explaining woke?
The extreme. Okay. 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 What's the condition? What do you think? What is considered normal today? Compliant, yes. Obedient, yes. Very busy, yeah. Extremely busy, yes. People that are busy, The difference between productive and busy is people that warming the air. They make a lot of motion, warming the air, no results. Effective people bring results. And how do you know if a person is just busy or is effective? People that busy cannot take on more. People that effective can always take on more. Always. I run this business, and I sing, and I dance, and I go to the gym, and I feel that I did nothing today. That's effective. People are just busy is he woke up in the morning and sat and watched Instagram half of the day and Netflix the other half, and he think, oh, I'm so busy. I have no time to do anything. I didn't get to Facebook, yes. What is the condition of men today? What is normal? What is considered normal? Outrage, yes.
Conservative, quiet.
Conservative, quiet, dead, yes. Unhappy, yes. Obeying of social rules. Complaining. Overwhelmed, yes. Victim.
I also complying the rules of society.
Complying the rules of society, yes. And they are negative generally, yes. Negativity is admired. When a person have a hard time, not in South Africa, but in other places, they say, oh, wow, shame. In South Africa, they say shame. Shame. Yeah, I heard this comedian that says that in South Africa, all your compliments are insult. So in America, you see a baby and you say, oh, he's so cute. In South Africa, you see a baby, you say, oh, shame. The normal person cannot experience any demand for production, any discomfort, any pain, any opposition, any danger, and any control. The normal person today, you tell him, you need to make a presentation and you need to work for 20 hours. And he says, how? I said, simply sit down and work. And he said, no, you are cruel. I'm cruel. You are useless. The normal person, for me, if I need to work for 2 days straight, if I have work, I will sit on the table, on the chair, not on the table. It seems like on the table. I will sit on the chair, and other than standing up for coffee, to bring coffee, I will just work. True or false? Work, until I finish. I don't stand up. I work. If I need to learn something when I'm dancing, I had to learn spins. So for 3 hours, I just did, and my instructor, Whitney, says, 3 hours already? He got tired. I said, we just started. If I need to do something, I do it. I don't have a problem if I need to bring about result. I go and I do it. I don't care if I'm discomfortable. I go to gym, it's painful, but I go to the gym. Most people think about the gym and already get pain. You know this guy that come to the doctor and say, doctor, I have a problem with sex. So, doctor, what seems to be the problem? He says, I do sex almost every day. So the doctor says, so what seems to be the problem? He says, I almost do it on Monday, I almost do it on Tuesday, almost do it on... Almost. Almost every day. Any pain, any opposition, any pain, any opposition, any danger, I do it. While special forces can experience any demand for production, any discomfort, any pain, any opposition, any danger, and control, the other people, the normal people, cannot experience any demand for production, any discomfort, any pain, but any smallest pain in the universe. Oh, I'm tired. I'm hungry. I have to go to the restroom. Oh, this is too much. I'm feeling pressurized. Oh, really? You want me to stay 1 hour overtime? Useless. Special force. Imagine you have a special force, Delta Force, and the commanders come and says, well, you know, we're going out to swim 40 kilometers. And they say, well, you know, it's difficult. Do you imagine that it will ever happen? No. Oh, we're going to go through the whole night for two days straight. We're going to walk with 40 kilo on the back.
Tell them the 40 by 40 story.
Yeah, I'll tell it.
I mean, it's a true story.
It's a true story, yes. I'll tell you the story, okay? So I was in Israel. I was doing a course that took 2 years. We started 4,000 people, and we ended up 21. Yeah. Now, the course is a long course, and you have a lot of study and a lot of exercises and and it's a difficult... It's in the Navy, yes. It's in the Israeli now. Yeah. I became a diver in the Israeli Navy. So the end of the course, everyone knows, and everyone get ready for that. There's a 40-kilometer walk with 40 kilo. But you get ready for that for 2 years. And you have a bag with sand, 40 kilo, and the weapon and everything. And you go into the water and out of the water, into the water and out of the water. So it started 40 kilo, but with the water, it's like 400. But that's not the problem. The problem is that the seawater is like sandpaper. So everything gets blood. Everything is like sandpaper, including your ears. Like everything. But you do it. You get used to that. You hear stories about it. Everyone talk about it. It's 40 on 40, 40 by 40. Everyone knows that it's nothing. It's really nothing. It's not so bad. It sounds bad. It's not so bad. Huh?
It's very
It's very bad. So we finish. We were at that stage, about 40 people. 2 years. Within 2 days after that, you finish. You get these wings and like very prestigious. And we finished. We got to the camp, and we go into the tent, and you hear all these strong guys crying, "Oh!" taking the shoes off, and everything is blood. Everything is blood. Everything is blood. But you finish. You feel great. 7 minutes later, the commander comes in and say, "Everyone get back on. We're going to do it again." So you say, "Nah, he's joking. I cannot put the shoes back on. There's no way. There's no way I cannot put the shoes on." But you put the shoes on and you go out and you stand, and because you know they're just cheating you. They want to check you. They've done it 50,000 times. You know they're just checking you. So you stand out and you know that you already finished. 2 days, we finished. We basically finished. And they say, "Get on the trucks." And everyone say, "Which trucks?" Like they are right in front of us. "Which truck?" And these trucks. And we go onto the trucks, and the trucks drive, and they go to the starting point, and they say, "Good, start." Half of the people didn't want to start, and they got kicked out of the course 2 days before the end. The 21 that were willing to do it did it. I don't know how I've done it. I don't remember anything. Yeah, we did the whole thing again. I don't know how. I just knew that I need to walk. I just knew I'm going to make it. I'm going to get to the end. Don't know where, how long. In the first one, I was looking at the watch and I calculated how much time we've got. And the second time, I don't know how. I decided I'm going to get to the end. I'm going to get to the end. I don't mind what control they put over me. I don't care about the pain. I don't care the opposition. I don't care about the discomfort. I don't care about anything. I am getting to the end because I want these wings. When you realize that this is the story, you realize anything is possible. Nothing is really difficult. It is as difficult as you decide that you need to find things in the environment that will explain to you how useless you are. You can always do more. Man is really powerful. You can take a place that was bombed. I was in a place that was bombed with napalm. I don't know how it's called in English. Napalm? Napalm? Like bombed, like phantoms, like straight in the place. And we arrived there, and there was a lot of people alive. And you think, how? People are powerful. What's the difference between those that were alive and those that die? Those that were alive, you talked to them and they told you, I knew I would manage. In the army, we used to say that if a person feels that he is in danger, he will get hurt. If not, you can walk into bullets and they will not hit you. It's you know. It's like you know. Nothing is in opposition. The bullet is afraid of me. The bullet come look at me and say, oh, wait, this guy is not nice. That's the viewpoint. That's what you need because it's a tough environment. The purpose of special forces is to execute special and diverse operations, and hence they are organized in small units that are trained and spatially equipped for that purpose. What I will teach you is spatial, diverse, yet basic operations, but to make it, you must organize into tight groups of friends. Most people operate alone. If you don't put as one of your targets to create tight groups of friends, you'll not succeed. You need to have a conspiracy to succeed. Everyone have to conspire to get this child to succeed, and he will succeed. Most of the time, everyone conspire to show this child how he's wrong, so he failed. But this guy, this child in the family that he is the star, everyone conspire to show him how good he is, and he become good. Are you with me? And that's what you need to do. You need to conspire to show your people and yourself how good you are. You will not make it alone. Others' idea, validations, hope, etc., is what makes the difference. Mental support. They give you mental support. So what is the difference between special forces and other forces? Special forces are different than other units in that they go through a spatial selection process, and you are here, you went through that process. You prove that you know. You woke up in the morning, you had the choice to come or not, and somehow you knew that you should be here. Every question I ask you, you have a choice to participate and get bigger or not. You make the choice to participate, even the other side of They go through the strenuous, very long, spatial, and complex training process. If you think that it takes 2 minutes, silver bullet, and you'll become successful, There is no 6 ways to become successful in 30 seconds. Anyone that do that, he will become maybe rich. You will become poor. It takes time. It took eon to get you so low. If it takes few weeks or few months or few years to get you up, it's fast. They serve prolonged periods of time. It is not a sprint, it's a marathon. And if you're not willing to do 40 by 40, and again 40 by 40, don't even start. Have to be willing to be special force. One second. The purpose of this special force is not simply to survive the period, but to flourish and prosper. You will do it by specialized technologies, know-how, and system that are developed specifically for that purpose and are unique in that most of them cost nothing and only require execution and understanding. Everything I will teach you, I'll teach you methods to bring result at 0 cost. It's a lie that you need to have money to make money. You don't need money to make money. It's a lie. You don't need money to make money. You need you to be there to make money. When you are not there, you need a lot of money. But when you are there, you don't need money. You are that powerful. Money will just come to you. When you become you, when periods in life where you were successful, is because it was you there. When you were successful with a girl or a guy, or with the business, or with the relationship, it was you there. And when things started to go wrong, and when things didn't go right, is because you were not there. Your past was there. And it's weird that people call the past past. You know why it's weird? Because past means something that's gone. But the more real things for people is what's gone. The past is not past if it didn't pass. The past is not past until you let it pass. Quite amazing. The organization structure of special forces is different than those of other forces, and the way I do it is special and different, unlike any other training or coaching. People that know me knows that it's right. What you need in order to recover your competency to become special force is not coaching. This is what most people tell you. It's not courses. It's not seminars. It's not master classes. Not masterminds. What you need is something you have never encountered or experienced. Any idea what it is that you need? What do you think that you need? If you don't need classes, if you don't need master classes, if you don't need coaching, if you don't need all of that, it's not that it's bad, it's good, it can be complementary, but it's not what you need. It's not the thing that will get you out of the mud. Heart, you need the heart, but you already have one.
Heart, spirit. You need
Heart, spirit, okay? That's good. Heart, spirit, I like that, yes. What do you need? Love, yes. All you need is love. Probably you've never been in love if you think that all you need is love. But you're right, all you need is love. It's true, I'm just joking. Yes? Drive, yes, yes. Forward wheel or four-wheel drive? What kind of drive? But you're right, I'm just making fun. I'm just making jokes. But you're very right. It's not that you're not right. Yes? Passion is extremely important. Extremely important. You have to be passionate about what you're doing. Extremely important. What else? What about Oh, the other side. The other side is talking. Lack of fear. Yes, that's true. And not only talking, when they don't talk much, but when they talk, they make sense. Yes? Communication. Oh my God. Mwah. Very well done. Communication, yes. I'm telling you, this side is wow. Yes? Commitment. Yes. Commitment, yes. A purpose, extremely important. Yes, without a purpose, nothing.
I think a viewpoint as well.
A viewpoint is
I
very
think it's a game
define
changer.
everything.
Yeah.
Viewpoint define everything. Yes. Exposure. Yes. Yes, you need to have this urge, strong urge. Like it cannot be just, oh, okay, I want, but it has to be an urge, not just, okay, I want, but something. Determination. Yes. Yes. Okay. You need. Should we take a break or? You need a personal, spiritual present you can give to the world. You need a personal, spiritual present you can give to the world. If you don't have this present you can give to the world, you're wasting your time. A present to your family, to those you love. A present to your clients. A present to your employees. A present to mankind. You need to have in you a presence, spatial, spiritual, not physical, not money, not a car, a spiritual, personal present you can give to the world. That when you come to an area, you bring about calmness. It's like throwing oil over tumbling water. When you there, your presence alone, people say everything will be okay. Special forces arrived. We had a situation in the submarine once where there was really bad condition. In one compartment, water was coming in, blah, blah, blah. It was sealed, and the few people that got stuck there were sure that they are going to die. Their conclusion was not justifiable, but they were sure they're going to die, and they were like in hysteric mode, and like they're going to die, to drown. And somehow we managed to get the person in. Now this person was exhausted. He went through hell to get there. He got hurt. He got injured on the way in, like he was in bad shape. And he arrived. In 3 minutes, he fixed the problem. Why? He arrived with the viewpoint that he's going to save them. He had a personal, spiritual present he's going to give to the world. So this one person fixed what 8 guys couldn't do in 3 hours. He was in a much worse condition than them. And the difference was viewpoint. I came to South Africa. Before me, there was a company that tried to sell exactly the same system like mine. For 7 years, invested a lot of money, and didn't sell 1 unit. I arrived 3 months later, $100 million. What's the difference? I did not have money. I did not have language. I did not have this. What did I have? A personal, spiritual present I could give to the world. That when I came in, people say, oh, he knows. Yes, it's confidence, it's this, but it's a personal, everyone have it differently, everyone have it. There's not one person alive that don't have it. The question is, are you aware of it? And are you willing to validate it, to say, yes, I am special, and it does not mean that everyone else is not. I am special, and I'm willing for everyone else to be at least as special as me. You require these two. If you say I'm special, it means everyone else not. It is, I'm special, and everyone else is at least as special as me, only then you can give your present. Otherwise, your present is useless. Otherwise, your present is useless. If everything you will tell me today, I ask you questions, and everything you will tell me, I will prove to you, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. Even if what I will tell you will be gold itself, you will throw it away. But if you tell me something, and whatever is your viewpoint, fine, no problem. It's your viewpoint. Then you can accept it, because I can see that you're at least as perfect as me. The fact that I'm sitting here or standing here do not make me more. You with me? And if you really know that, not just believe it or say it, if you really know that the other side, get it. They know it's true. And so they are willing to communicate, even if they're sitting way there. It requires tenacity, smartness, unseriousness, and certainty. On the way, you will experience losses. I'm not telling you everything going to be flowers and roses and so on. On the way, you will experience losses. Special forces have a lot of opposition, but they don't care, they bring it back. On the way, you will experience losses, hurts, impossible situation, pain, resistance, disappointments, breakdowns, delays, falling behind, competition, insanity from government, insanity from your own family, from your own friends, from your best friends, from enemies, and visible and invisible landmines. There will be a lot. How many of you saw the movie The Matrix? Yes? If you didn't see the movie The Matrix, it's your homework. You have to. That's in 24. So in the movie The Matrix, you know, you've got the agents and you've got the people, the normal people. And do you remember that any person, any one of the normal people can become an agent? Anyone around you, your family, your friends, your government, anyone around you can become insane. It can become an agent, become your enemy in a second. You need to know it. You need to know it. And don't get impressed. They just become an agent. That's all. It's temporary. It's always temporary. The agents are always temporary. What's constant is the truth. What's constant is you. Insanities are temporaries. Oh, 1 second. Look at that. Wow. Backward is nicer, I think. Much nicer backward, yes? Should we start going backward? You will have to realize you are on a mission. A mission for reinventing yourself. This is New Year. You have to realize you're going not to a new year, you're going to a mission. You're going to reinvent yourself. It's new. Anything that happened in the past, pass. Not important. The less importance you give to your past, the better your future will be. The more you rely on your past, the more limitations you will have. The past is the sum of all your limitations. When you're born, you had endless limitation, future, endless future. Anything is possible. You got to become teenager, and you started to think about limitations. You got to the age of 25, 30, you started to think about a lot of limitations. You got married, the limitation become insurmountable.
Problem marriage.
So the older you get is more limitation, and the highest limitation is when you die. You die when you decided that the limitation overwhelmed you. There were no more freedom left. That's when you die. Now, most of the people die at the age of 30, 25, 30, although they get buried at about 70, 80. Most of the people die at the age of 25, 30 when they're so stuck on the past. Everything is evaluated by the past. Yes, the body continues on automatic. It will get buried. But the spirit, is gone. You will be reintroduced to abilities and power you didn't admit you have. You have to get to that point. You have to get reintroduced. It's there. But it's only, there's something really, really powerful about people and very hopeful. And the reason we can even have this seminar today is because people never lose the abilities. The spirit never loses its abilities. The spirit only loses the willingness to demonstrate the abilities. You know. You cannot unknow. You can hide what you know, but you cannot unknow. Think about it. If you know something, you can hide the fact that you know, but you cannot unknow it. And the spirit is this thing that knows. So yes, you can build a mind and you can rely on your past as a method to hide what you know, to hide yourself. But you know. And your mind has only one purpose, to hide you from you. Your past has only one purpose, to hide you from you. Why? Because you are that powerful. It's the only way you can be controlled. We are not going to invent, but reintroduce what you already know. What you are already. You are already perfect. And anything that is not perfect is not you. So we don't need to invent anything. We just need to reintroduce you to you. And the more you will realize who you really are, the more magic you will spread. And the win will be not only yours, but mine, your families, your businesses, and a major win for mankind. If this group, if each one of you will realize just how perfect you are, and you will stop relying on your past, and you will stop looking for what's wrong, and you will become a radar for what's right, what will happen? Take the last problem you had, the last issue you had, and just imagine that you handled it by looking at what's right in it. What kind of a difference? What different outcome? Just this one change. Take the last time you helped any person, and if you helped him from the viewpoint of what's right, not what's wrong with him. Take your child, take your parents. If they looked at what's right about you and not what's wrong about you, where would you be today? What if your boss would look at what's right about you and not what's wrong about you? Where will you be today? And take that and do it for what will happen if you do that to your children, to your employees, to your friends. Total switch. from we fix problems, we don't. We just intensify what's right. The problem disappears. They become noise. Because what you put your attention on grows. What you put your attention on grows. If you put your attention on problems, they will grow. If you put your attention on what's right, it will grow. And you become what you put your attention on. You become what you put your attention on. If you put your attention on problem, you become the problem. If you look at what's good, you'll become the solution. It is not going to be easy, and I'm not going to take it on you. If you think it was hard so far, what I told you, it's different. It's just the beginning. I've got good news for you. 1 second. Look at that. The demand will just increase. If you'll work with me, if you come to my seminars, if you'll go into my, if you start to follow me on Instagram, which you should, at Meir Ezra Official, you will see that I'm going to put you into the corner on every single moment. I'll give you ideas that you never thought about. Everything you thought is one way is actually the opposite. Almost 99% of what you have in your mind is fake realities. I'm not exaggerating. How do I know? Because your potential is way somewhere around the moon, and your result is somewhere here. And that dissonance, this difference, is due to fake realities. Fake reality goes away by introducing truth. What does it take to succeed? I'll give you a few points very quickly, a few points of what does it take to succeed, and then I'll give you a plan, what you need to do. And we are done. Number one, a commitment to be competent and make it go right regardless of what the physical universe tells you to do. You have to have a decision. I'm going to make it go right, and if I die in the process, so be it. I'm going to make it go right. Whatever it takes. You need to make a decision. And the magic is that if you make that decision, you cannot die. The only people that die are those that are afraid, because you know you got a new car and you say, I mustn't scratch it, I mustn't scratch it, it was scratched. Yes? If I take a piece of wood here, this wide, this thick, and I put it here, from the door to there, how many of you will be willing to walk over it? Everyone, not a problem, yes? This wide like that. Everyone can walk on it. True or false? Show me your hand if you will be willing to do that. Yes. Now let's say that I put it 100 meters in the air. Just 100 meters in the air, a piece of wood like that, and you look down and you think, ooh, bump. And I'll tell you, walk. All of a sudden you'll become weird. You will not be able to walk. If you did start, most of the time you will not start. Because you are not willing to fail. So to succeed, this is something, this is a rule that you need to write here on your forehead, but obviously in an opposite way so you can read it, yes? You need to write here, to succeed, you need to be willing to win and lose with the same level of enthusiasm. To succeed, you need to be able to win and lose with the same level of enthusiasm. If I succeeded, wonderful, I'm unimpressed. If I failed, wonderful, I'm unimpressed. It's me. I'm unimpressed. Of course, I created it. What's the problem? I'm willing to win and lose with the same level of enthusiasm. If you're not, you'll be too afraid to start walking. You will not even get on the piece of wood. Become more and more ethical on your own self-determinism. The more you hide, the more unethical you are. The more you hide, the more sins you commit. The more you hide, the less you'll be able to communicate, the less you'll be able to love, the less you'll be able to bring duplication, the worse everyone around you will get. The more you hide is because of sins, the less you'll be able to communicate, the less you will love, so there will be no duplication, and you'll bring about a disaster. You'll create just fear and damages and damages and damages. Make it uptone. Whatever you do, you need to be happy about it. Be willing to win and lose with the same level of enthusiasm. Someone die? Yes! Someone born? Yes! I had an accident. Whoa, did you see how well I've done it? I didn't have an accident. Excellent! The viewpoint is, life is a game. Nothing is serious. How serious can you get? Dead serious. Life is not serious. If it will sound to you weird, but the more you will hear me, the more you'll see that it's true. There's nothing important about life. Nothing. Look at all the things that people in 1990 thought that is important, or 1800 thought that is important. Where are those people? Where are all those important things? Think about these things that were important for you when you were 13. It was extremely important. Do you remember it? No. Nothing is really important. And when nothing is really important, everything becomes amazing. When nothing is really important, everything becomes really amazing. Not important, because important, it means it is cause and I'm an effect. If this door is important, it means it is cause and I'm an effect. And if it is just another door, it means I'm cause. I can create 50,000 doors or no doors or whatever I want. Use the knowledge to produce results and earn money ethically. You need to earn money ethically. If you don't, you will destroy yourself. I've seen people that earn money unethically, and the result is always disastrous. Most unexpected. And it's not important if you earn $1 or $1 million unethically. If you do that unethically, the results are disastrous. The problem with people that inherit money is that they earn money unethically. And so the results are disastrous always. They lose the money, they destroy their families, they do damages all the time. I have a friend that got a lot of money from his family, and he pissed all of it off, and he destroyed many people that were connected to him. And I'm talking about many millions of dollars. It means that I don't need to leave him anything, because I taught him how to become so powerful that he doesn't need me. So whatever I give him is not inheritance, because he already by himself print more money than I can dream about. I think by the age of 20 or 21 already, he made more money than most people that I know that are 50. But when the Wheel of Summer started to be big? What year?
Probably when I was 24 or 5.
24/5, he created a brand that is the biggest event brand in South Africa. Wheel of Summer. Out of nothing. No money to start with. Zero money. I didn't give him money to start. I took from him money.
Family commission.
I'm Jewish after all. Do you know what's that? You know what's that? A dead Jew, because when he's alive, he's counting money all the time. Work hard, enthusiastically, non-stop. Don't buy the story of I need a holiday. You don't need a holiday. You need production. And so your work is your holiday. You need to produce. People say, I need a holiday. But they have this sack that they get with them, all these things that they're hiding. They need a holiday from their sins. But they have the sack with them, full with sins, and they go to holiday. And the holiday is terrible. They say it's lovely, but it's terrible. Because what they're trying to get away from is the sack that they carry with them all day long, all their sins, all the things that they hide. That's what makes you feel bad, not production. And if you work hard, you find that you have too much time. So you will have to find things to do. I need to play guitar. I need to learn how to dance. I have to go to the gym. I have to do all kinds of things because I have too much time, because I'm productive. Are you with me? Totally counterintuitive. Willingness to delete fake realities. You need clean slate. Every day, you need a clean slate. If you are relying on your past, you're relying on fake realities. Anything that comes along, you need to come in totally new. I deliver the same seminar again and again and again, and people that hear the same seminar again and again and again tell you that I created new slides. Not true, the same slides. I am new. Clean slate. Collect the correct statistic correctly. Most people do not collect statistics. They don't know what they've done. They don't know how much money they owe. They don't know how much money they made. They don't know how much tax they pay. They don't know how much thing cost them. They don't have statistic, actual graphs that show them is it going up or down. If you don't have statistics, it's like going to a doctor that go blindfolded to operate you. You need statistics. You need machine that shows you what's the heart rate, what's the blood pressure, what's happening. Is this guy still alive or not? Are we improving or not? Most people don't have statistics, and without statistics, you don't improve. And use the time maker. The time maker is a software I developed to make sure that things get done on time. If you want to know about it, God will help you. And those people that laughing knows why. They use it. So what do you feel you need to learn? What do you feel you need to learn? This is the last slide. What do you feel you need to learn? From everything I showed you, what do you feel you need to learn? Communication, true. Delete fake reality is truth. Love, true. No fear, true. Yes, you need to. Sorry? Yes, very. Special forces. You need to become special forces. All of this thing is true, 100%. But in order to go to that, there's something I didn't tell you. Prerequisite for all of that, yes, tell me, because I like your answers. 1 second. Wonderful. I knew I like your answers. He not only look good, but he also smart. He says, forget your old self. Yes, like forget about who you are. New, clean slate every day. All of this thing is true, and that's what you need to do. We went over that. That's what you need to do. But in order for you to be able to do that, you need money. You need money. And unfortunately, just cutting it will not cut. Just having circumcision will not cut. Becoming Jewish will not help. You need more than that. What you need is prerequisite to everything I told you in order for you to make money. Number one, you need to learn how to market. You need to learn how to market yourself, your business, Now, the second most important thing is marketing. Then the third most important thing is marketing. You have to learn to market. After you learn how to market really good 3 times, then you need to learn how to market. Because people don't know how to market. They don't market themselves. They don't market their friends. They don't market their families. They don't market their businesses. They create a product and they learn how to become a dentist. And they invest 8 years to become a dentist and they don't market it. They become a very good developers and they don't market it. Even if they work for someone else, you need to market yourself within the company. You need to market yourself for every client, for every supplier. You need to learn how to market. And if you don't do that, now once you learn how to do that, you need to learn how to market. You have to learn how to market. Because without money, you will not be able to improve yourself. Why? A person that is hungry don't think spiritually. They proved it in India. They sat on the mountains and tried to live from 1 grain of rice. Didn't work. India did not improve. India went down. If it was working, India will be the smartest, richest, most successful country in the world. They made a lot of children, but it didn't really work. People that have problem with money are really, really upset. They're stuck into the past and they cannot go forward. And in order for you to know, to have money, you must learn how to market. Hallelujah. You need to learn how to market, because if you cannot market, you don't have money, you cannot become special forces. You cannot demonstrate your abilities while you are hungry. If you are hungry, you know, if you have a child and he throw a tantrum, what do you know? He is either hungry or tired. And if it's your husband, hungry, tired, or horny. Yes. That's all. That's all. Feed him. You know, you take a woman, you open the operating manual for a woman, and all you have to do with the woman is simple. You need to love her, buy presents, cherish her, care for her, listen to her, obey her, take care of her, think about her mother, buy her stuff, and the list goes on and on. You open the operating manual of a husband, feed him, get him to sleep, and give him sex. He's fine. He's fine. Low maintenance. That's why men is low maintenance. Very low maintenance. So what do you need to learn? You need to learn how to market. Now, today, I was planning to teach you marketing. I got into slide 17 out of how many days? 46 or something?
Yeah, 41.
41. Out of 41 slides. So we didn't get to marketing, but I think that this first part was really important for you to realize how powerful you are. The next part, once you know what are we after, we're after you. When I'm talking about marketing, I'm talking about marketing you. So first of all, you need to know what you market. You don't market your product. People don't buy your product. People don't buy software. People did not buy from me my system. BP bought from me the system and not from the other guy, is because of me. It's me that bring about the results. Andy running in power, and people buy because of her, not True or not? I hear it. Because of her, not because of the product. You take someone else, put him on the phone with the same product. But when they talk to her, melting. It's true. It's true. It's true. So what we market, most of the people think about marketing is marketing the product. Useless. You need to learn how to market yourself. And there is, first of all, an introduction to yourself, which we did now. And now we need to really take that and learn how do you market a being, not a dead thing. Not how do I market coffee, but how do I market a beingness. Starbucks is not coffee, it's a beingness. Are you with me? How do you market a being? Internally, externally. How do you do that? We will do that in the next seminar because we are very far from where I am. Cannot even plan to show you what it is that you need to get and to buy in order to improve the marketing, because we didn't get to that, but I don't care because I'm looking for the results, not for selling you something.
So just before you say the final words about the topic, so basically, first of all, was that amazing?
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
So we'll do more of these in the new year, and it's not always going to be free like this. Typically, this would have been 1,000 rand ticket to sit at this chair for this morning. So we'll do a couple more that will be free, and I'd like you to think, other than your homework of watching The Matrix, the other piece of homework is to, first of all, follow him.
Yes, why don't you open your phone right now? Follow me, Meir Ezra Official, Instagram.
Yeah, we put out a ton of content, so you can find Meir Ezra Official or the company, which is G Prosperity.
Yeah.
And we put out a ton of content there. So other than that, which you should do, of course, because you'll get all kinds of pieces of truth every day. Other than that, we'll do this again, and I'd like you to think of one other person that you would love to have them have this material as well. Okay? Yeah. Exactly. And we'll do maybe 1, 2, 3 more of these that will be free like this. But it won't always be. And it will, over time, it will be a ticketed thing. But for now, it's a real privilege to be able to do this. So while you can, take advantage of it and bring people that you think should get the information. We'll do it in January, the next one.
Yeah, we'll do, the next one will be on marketing. It will not be what you think that marketing is. It's not post on Facebook. I will teach you the basics of marketing, things that will totally change your mind. That if you use this knowledge, you will see that every aspect of your life will improve. This thing today will improve every aspect of your life. And if you think this is good, this was the introduction. This thing I thought is the introduction. It became the main thing, but this is the introduction. It's not even the beginning. Or how you say in South Africa, the beginning. So this is just the beginning. You will, I will show you things about marketing and then about sales and then about the different areas that will actually set you up to start demonstrating yourself, who you really are. And you'll see the sky is not the limit for you. Okay, thank you very much. Sorry? Okay, so Shamaya wants to share something. Just sit for a second. Shamaya wants to say something.
So when I met Meir,
Who are you?
oh,
Yeah.
my name's Shamaya. And
One second, Shamaya, we want a mic next to you.
Just stand
Next to me, so the mic will pick up. Okay. Okay.
Stand closely.
Close.
sorry?
That's my business.
Oh, I'm on LinkedIn. Shamaya Saruko.
We'll write it down.
Yeah, good.
Okay.
So when I met Meir, it's really hard to believe. I came through a friend, said, you have to meet this guy. I mean, he's different. I said, you Roger, every time you meet someone, he's different. I said, sure. I came to a seminar. At the time, I was homeless. The guy I was supposed to marry 2 weeks before for the marriage, he broke up with me. I was in the US. I had no place to go, no country to go to. I had no income. I was heartbroken. Financially, I was in a bad position. I was struggling with my health. And then I met Meir. Today, a few years later, well, a few years, yeah, it's been several years, I'm married to an amazing man. My marriage is flourishing.
A doctor.
My health's amazing. I live in like one of the most amazing, like I think it's the best house in Cape Town, actually, in South Africa. Gorgeous home. And my business is flourishing. And more than that, it's the lives that I touch. To see how the lives has improved of my sister, my dad, who never really communicated for as long as I was a little girl, in the last few years, because the changes I made actually start reaching out, actually start bringing his family together, to cherish each other, to spend time together, the friends and the lives, and how everything becomes so different when you really become cause and you become the creator. And I mean, there were a lot of fake realities, and as he said, it's not. I remember he says, no, you're the creator, you can do anything. And then 2 weeks later said, Meir, nothing changed.
2 weeks already.
Yeah, 2 weeks already. What's taking so long? I don't think it works, what you're telling me. And now it is really amazing. The friends, the people, and the difference that you can make, and the difference we're making together, it's been absolutely amazing. So yes, if you really want something, if you know that there's more, then you are here and you should continue. And everything will tell you don't, because you don't have money, you don't have time. Next time, don't be fooled. This is the path. Keep going and come back. Find the money. As I said, I didn't have it. You create it. You can do anything. And I cannot even describe, when he says the sky's the limit, I can't even describe how beyond happiness and beyond anything my life is today. I had never imagined it was possible, and I'm just starting. And I can't thank you enough, Meir. I love you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Seriously, every single one of my students have changes that you talk to them or you see the success stories is almost unreal. Why? Because the spirit is so powerful. It's not because of me, it's because of them. It's them. Thank you very much.
Second movie?
24.
The 24 and 24, it's a series.
24.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jack Bauer, 24.